Good afternoon, Standard 10 boys. We are doing some problems on circles. Once again, as my practices, that we tell you to revise all the theorems on the basis of which we are going to do these problems. We have done till now the four theorems. The first theorem is double angle theorem. The angle subtended by an arc at the center of the circle is double the angle which it subtends at the remaining part of the circumference. At the remaining part of the circumference. The angle subtended by an arc at the center of the circle is double the angle which it subtends at the remaining part of the circumference. Number two, the theorem is angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. Angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. Segment, we told you, is a portion of the area included between a chord and circumference, part of the circumference. Any chord will divide the circle into two parts. One, until unless it is not a diameter, one part will be bigger, one part will be smaller. The part which is bigger, which has the center of the circle, is called this segment, larger segment or major segment, and the area which does not contain the center of the circle is called minor segment. Minor segment. For example, if you see in this figure where I have, which you can see on your screen, if I take the chord PR, then the chord PR is dividing the circle into two segments. One is PRA. PRAP is one segment which is larger segment, and PBRP is a smaller segment. So angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. That is another property we read. Then we say the third one is angle in a semicircle is right angle, which is very important property, which is generally used most of the time for construction of right angle triangle. And the last property or the theorem which we did with you was that the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. What does it mean? It means a quadrilateral whose vertices are lying on the circumference of the circle is called a cyclic quadrilateral. Is called a cyclic quadrilateral. Now let us, on the basis of those theorems, let us start discussing this question. I have already drawn four questions, four figures for you, so that we can, in the first video, we will do the first these four problems for you. You can see in this figure, he has given AB is diameter, O is its center, O is the center of the circle, AB is the diameter. APQ and RBQ are straight lines. APQ and RBQ are straight lines. Angle A is 35, angle B is 25. What we have to find is, we have to find PRB, which is marked with black color. PRB is marked with the black color. I'll show you again which angle am I talking about. I'm talking about this angle. This angle is PRB. I'm talking of this angle. I'm talking of this angle PRB, the first thing. Now it is very simple. It is very simple from here. Why it is simple, I'll tell you just now. If you look at the chord PB, chord PB divides the circle in two halves or two segments. Angle PAB will be equal to angle PRB. Angle PRB will be equal to angle PAB will be equal to 35 degrees, same segment. The property we are using is angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. Angle in the same segment of a circle are equal. If you notice this figure, if you notice the figure again, just notice the chord PB. Chord PB is dividing, actually PB is very small, so this actually the major segment is very big in area. The smaller segment is very small in area. This segment, the large segment or the major segment is PARBP. PARBP is the major segment, and any angle formed in this major segment will be what? Will be equal to 35 degree, because one of the angles is 35 degree, so that is why PRB has become to be 35 degree. PRB has become 35 degree. Next, he is saying calculate PBR. PBR. He wants you to calculate angle PBR. PBR is also very simple to calculate. PBR is also very simple to calculate. How am I going to calculate PBR? How am I going to calculate PBR? Now, because you see, he has given you that AB as diameter. He has given you AB as diameter. So I would say that angle APB is 90 degree. Why it is 90 degree? Angle in a semicircle. APB is 90 degree, angle in a semicircle. It is angle in a semicircle. Semicircle property. Semicircle property. Angle in a semicircle is always a right angle. Angle in a semicircle is a right angle. And if this is 90, then angle BPQ, angle BPQ will be 90 also, because he has given you that APQ is a straight line. APQ is a straight line. A straight line makes always an angle of 180 degree. It makes always angle of 180 degree. So the green angle, the angle green which I have indicated, BPQ is 90 degree. It is 90 degree. BPQ is 90 degree. And then we say, what is the value of angle PBR? We want angle PBR. Now just look at the triangle PBQ. Just look at the triangle PBQ. For triangle PBQ, PBR is an exterior angle. Angle PBR is an exterior angle which will be 90 plus 25, that will be 115. Exterior angle property. Exterior angle property. What is exterior angle property? That if one side of the triangle is extended, then the exterior angle so formed is equal to the sum of the interior opposite angles. In this triangle, I'll bring it down further for your convenience. If you look into the figure, triangle PBQ is there. In the triangle PBQ, Angle PBR is the exterior angle. Angle PBR is exterior angle. So this angle PBR will be equal to how much? 90 plus 25, because the green angle which is indicated in the figure is of 90 degrees. So 90 plus 25 is how much? 90 plus 25 is 115. Then he wants angle BPR. He wants angle BPR. Let me indicate it with a different color for you. We want this angle. We want this angle, yellow angle, which I have indicated. He wants BPR. Now, in this triangle BPR, you know the two angles. In the triangle BPR, you know two angles. And what are those two angles actually? We know this angle is 35. We know this angle is 115. 115. We know angle PRB we have calculated already 35 using the property of same segment. Then we calculated angle PBR using the property that exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the interior opposite angles. So then what is left is now we have to calculate the final angle, that is BPR. Angle BPR will be 180 minus 115 plus 35. Because 115 is one angle, the second angle is 35. 115 plus 35 will be 150, and 180 minus 150 will be 30 degree. This is the property which is sum of the angles of the triangle. I can write down here because I don't have the space. Sum of the angles of triangle. Sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So we have got all the three angles. We have indicated the angles with the help of colors for your benefit. Now let us see the second question. Second question comes onto the screen. It says again, AD is the diameter, O is the center of the circle. Any chord which is passing through the center of the circle is diameter. AD is a chord which is passing through the center, so AD is diameter. He says angle ABC is given as 40 degree. He wants to, AD is diameter, find DAC. Find DAC. Now in this, two things we are going to use. One, angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. Time and again we are doing same segment so that it should become very clear to you what a segment is. The arc AC, on the arc AC two triangles are formed whose vertices are lying on the circumference. ABC and ADC. So both these angles will be equal. Angle ABC will be equal to angle ABC will be equal to 40 degree. Why will it be 40 degree? Same segment. Angles in the same segment. I told you that you consider this even if the AC is not there. Suppose AC is not there, even then you can draw a line AC for your own convenience to understand, though there is no need to draw that even then you have the segment. Now this angle is 40 degree. Let me just show it with a different color here. This angle comes out to be 40 degree. Angles in the same segment. Given was in blue, we have calculated in red. Now let us see the next thing. is 2. Angle ACD, angle ACD will be 90 degree. AD is diameter. AD is diameter. Angle in a semicircle is right angle. Is a right angle. Angle in a semicircle is right angle because AD is diameter. AD is diameter. AD is diameter. So this angle will come out to be 40 degree, which 90 degree, which is the angle I am writing with. This angle is 90 degree. This angle comes out to be 90 degree. Now what does he want? He wants angle DAC. He wants a DAC, which is very simple. Why? We want to calculate, we know the two angles of the triangle, the third angle we want to calculate. So what are we going to do? We will say angle DAC will be 180 minus 90 degree plus 40 degree. Because one angle of the triangle is 90 degree, the other angle of the triangle is 40 degree, as you can see in the figure. So 180 minus 130, 180 minus 130, it will be 50 degree. And the reason is sum of angles of a triangle, sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Is that clear? Is that clear? Now we have used the property angles in the same segment, and we have used the property angle in a semicircle is right angle. Let's see the third question. In the third question, there are two circles. In the third question, we have two circles which are cutting each other at points C and B. You can see in the figure. Two circles. One circle is small with the center P. One circle is large circle which is with center Q. And these two circles are cutting each other at point C and B. They are cutting each other at B and C. A smaller circle has got center P and angle APB is given as 130 degree. He wants to find out angle X. ACD is a straight line. ACD is a straight line. Again, I'll use a different color to show you one angle first of all. I will calculate this angle. I'll calculate this angle. What is this angle? Angle ACB will be half of angle APB will be equal to half of 130, that will be 65 degree. This is again double angle property. It is double angle property. Angle subtended by an arc at the center, the angle subtended by an arc at the center, the angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle which it subtends at the remaining part of the circumference. In this figure you see the arc AB, not ACB. I am talking the arc AB. Arc AB subtends angle APB at the center, which is 130 degree. The same arc AB subtends angle ACB at the remaining part of the circumference, which is 65 degree, half of that. Angle at the center is double, angle at the circumference is half. Either way we can say. If angle at the circumference is given, we can calculate angle at the center. But if angle at the center is given, we can calculate angle at the circumference, because it is one and the same thing. I am double your age or your half of my age is the same statement said in a different manner. Either we say angle APB is double of ACB, or I say angle ACB is half of angle APB, it is one and the same thing. So we have got this angle as 65 degree. Now what I will do is I will calculate BCD. Let me draw it with another color. I will calculate this angle BCD. How will I calculate this BCD? How will I calculate this angle BCD? This angle BCD will be very simple, because he has given you that ACD is a straight line. ACD is a straight line. So I would say that B angle BCD will be 180 minus 65, that is 115 degree. ACD is a straight line, a straight line. I don't have a space on my screen that much, but you can write on your exercise book like this: is a straight line. ABC is a straight line. ACD is a straight line. ACD is a straight line, and I was supposed to write that with yellow color. Yes, let me write that with yellow color. This angle will become 115 degree. 115 degree. This is 65. This is 115. When 65 and 115 will be added, you will get how much? 180, which will make this straight line ACD. ACD is of 180 degree. Okay. Now what I'll do is I will use another color to show you something else. Okay, let me use the red color. First I'll show you, then I will dictate. Now this arc BD, this is a major arc. This is a major arc. It is subtending an angle 115 degree at the center. So this angle, reflex angle, this is a reflex angle. This is a reflex angle PQD. Reflex angle PQD will be 115 into 2. It will be 115 into 2. It will be 230 degree. Is that clear? Okay. Next, what we are saying is, we have got 115, so we will say reflex angle BQD is 2 into 115. Double angle property. The angle subtended by the arc at the center is double the angle which it subtends in the remaining part of the circumference. It is 230 degree. 230 degree. We can write double angle property. Double angle property. It's double angle property. The angle at center is double. It is how much? 230. It is 230. Now what does he want to calculate? He wants to calculate angle X. So let me show angle X in the blue, because now only blue color is left with me. Green, red, black is also left, but I don't want to write in the black. Let me write in the next is, so angle X, actually he's wanting angle X. So let's rub it out and write X. X will be equal to how much? 360 minus 230. That will be 130 degree. Sum of angles around a point. Sum of angles around a point is 4 right angles. Sum of angles around a point is 360 degree. Sum of angles around a point is 360 degrees. So we have got this. Yes, we have got this angle as how much? 130 degree. You can write the angle. You should actually write the angles in the figure also. Calculate it also, write it on the figure also. Sometimes what happens is while transcribing you can make a mistake. So examiner can say that if you rightly done it one place, he will give you benefit of doubt. So always write, calculate. Of course, like we have calculated everything, we have written with reason that you have to do, but at the same time also what you can do is that you can write it on the figure itself. When you write it the figure itself, when you write the question on the figure itself, what happens is that the examiner has got double benefit. He can see directly from the figure also, and he realizes that you have done the correct work. And you also get benefit, because if you have made somewhere calculation mistake, he'll ignore it and give you the marks looking at the correct picture. Now let us see this figure. He says O is the circumcenter of the triangle ABC. Now when he says O is the circumcenter of the triangle ABC, what does it mean? It means that the circle which is passing through all the three vertices of the triangle ABC, whose center is O, that will be the center of the circle as well. In another way, why will it be center of the circle? Because there are 3 points A, B and C on the circumference of the circle, which will be equidistant from O. That is how the circle will be drawn. ABC have to be equidistant from point O, then only a circle will pass through ABC. And you know how do we draw circumcircle of the triangle? What we do is we bisect any two sides. We bisect any two sides of the triangle, and wherever they meet, that becomes the center or circumcenter, and taking O as a center and OA, OB or OC as radius, you draw a circle. So actually in another way, in a different manner, he is saying O is the center of the circle. O is the circumcenter of the triangle ABC. It means also that O is the center of the circle. But if he would have said that O is the incenter of the or any other center of the triangle, then it would not have been the center of the circle, leaving the case of an isosceles triangle. In isosceles triangle, all centers are same. All centers are same. AB is equal to AC. If AB is equal to AC, that means it is an isosceles triangle. AB is equal to AC is an isosceles triangle. He says angle ACB is 56. We have to find, first of all we have to find CAB, we have to find CAB. Okay, we have to find CAB. That we can find very easily, there is no problem, because please remember CAB will be equal to CB. A will be equal to 180 minus 56 divided by 2. Why? Because ACB, this angle in the figure, this is given how much? ACB is given 56. It is given 56. And it is an isosceles triangle. So base angles of the isosceles triangle will be equal. How will we calculate the base angles of the triangle? What we will do is 180 minus 56. That will come out to be how much? 124 upon 2. 2 6 are 12. 2 2s are 4. 62. I think it comes out to be 62. It comes out to be 62. And the reason is CA is equal to CB. The reason is CA is equal to CB. Now let me write those angles in a different color. This is how much? 62. This is how much? 62. And if I join this to this, suppose, if I join O to B, if I join B to O, what will be the value of angle AOB? What will be the value of angle AOB? Can I calculate the value of angle AOB? Yes, I can calculate the value of angle AOB. This angle was how much? 56. So it will be double of 56. Angle AOB will be 2 into 56. 112 degree. Why will it be 112 degree? Angle at the center is double the angle at the circumference obtained by the same arc. Double angle property. Double angle. When I say double angle, you must understand it is double angle property instead of writing time and again. Now this we will have to again do it some other color. Okay, let me do it. This has come out to be 112. This has come out to be 112. Now please notice triangle OAB. Notice triangle OAB. In triangle OAB, angle OAB will be equal to angle OBA will be equal to how much? 180 minus 112 upon 2. Why? Because OB is equal to OA, radii of the same center. OB and OA are the radii of the same center. OB and OA are the radii. It is 112. So base angles again OAB becomes an isosceles triangle. 180 minus 112 divided by 2. How much am I going to get? 180 minus 112 is 68. 68 upon 2. 2 3s are 6. 2 4s are 8. This angle comes out to be 64. Let me show it with another color to you. Okay, green color. 34, 34. No, green color I have used. Let me use the black color. I'm showing this angle to be 34, 34. This angle is 34. This angle is 34. This angle is 31. This angle is 34. Okay, this angle is 34. And what is he wanting? Which angle is he wanting? He is wanting find OAC. OAC. So now how will we calculate OAC? Angle OAC. What was the complete angle here? This complete angle was 62. 62 minus 34. 62 minus 34. 62 degree minus 34. 28 degree. This is your answer. I have tried to do everything properly with different colors. I have indicated the angles with different color. I have written all the reasons in all these 4 questions, and I'm sure you should not make a mistake while doing this. You should be able to understand very clearly, and we are still doing the problems based only on the fourth theorem, double angle theorem. Angle subtended by an arc at the center of the circle is double the angle which it subtended the remaining part of the circumference. Number 2, angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. Number 3, angle in a semicircle is right angle. Number 4, opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. You can see these problems were based on that, and we had used those theorems only. I will be doing at least one more video with 4 other theorems. Thank you.